Welcome back, fam. We about to hit y'all with another one. We about to talk a little baseball. We're gonna touch on a prospect and his big contract. Tyler, fill us in on the news.
So yeah, thanks to NBC News, we're using them to kind of help us out right now. Konnor Griffin from Jackson, Mississippi, went down the street to Jackson Prep, the number one prospect in the MLB, has signed a 9-year, $140 million contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates. So if y'all know the Pirates, this is where Paul Skeens, LSU product, number one pitcher, to help the USA go to the World Baseball Classic, get runner up, lost to Venezuela. He is now their starting shortstop for the Pittsburgh Pirates. You're going to be seeing a lot of contracts like this because in MLB they are talking about making a salary cap. So all these bad teams are going to start signing their young prospects to big contracts to get grandfathered in. You're going to see uh, DeLauder get a contract. You're going to see Justin Crawford get a contract. You're going to see the guy from the Pittsburgh, the can't think of his name right now, the Detroit Tigers. You're gonna see Jackson Merrill sign a big contract. A lot of these teams are about to start signing these guys from their AAA options because the salary cap is coming. So, like I said, shout out to Konnor Griffin from Jackson, Mississippi. Uh, Great prospect. He will be a Hall of Famer. This kid's that good. He gets on base. I think his slugging percentage. I think his batting average right now is 230 in 10 games, which is pretty impressive for, especially for his first year as a rookie. He will only get better. Pirates are trying to actually have a winning record for the first time in 3 years. They're starting the season off with a winning record. So this deal is worth it. So like I said, shout out to Konnor Griffin.
To him, man. I don't know a lot about baseball, but I know a little bit about math, and that's a lot of zeros, and that's a lot for a guy to just start his career off. Gonna be following him. I'm gonna be following him moving forward, and I just hope for the best for young man. Man, I like to see people get paid, and I like to see young guys get their money, get it while you can. I don't understand the long contracts in baseball. I'm gonna have to read up on that. 9 years, that's a long commitment. I don't
I
think I ever
can
had anything 9 years.
so
So
the long contracts in baseball. This is why the salary cap is coming. Let me tell you. I'm gonna tell you this. You know who Shohei Ohtani is, right? Everybody knows that is.
yeah,
He signed an $800 million contract with the Dodgers. He deferred the first
that's
four
right. The 15,
years.
15 years, right?
It was like 10, 15, something like that. But he
Yeah.
deferred the first 5 years. So he's making like $1 million a year for the first 5 years. This is this is why there needs to be a salary cap because this is coming from the owner's pockets. So that's how rich baseball is. So they want a salary cap. So you're going to see these guys get these contracts right now because when the salary cap comes, you won't be able to defer money. So these small market teams like the Pirates, the Tigers, the Guardians, the Mariners, they can't sign these guys to these contracts. So they're trying to make it more competitive. That's why the Dodgers are on a three-peat right now, signing Cal Tucker in the offseason to a I think a 5 year or 6 years, $650 million contract, something like that. So it's just they're trying to make it fair.
I can understand that. And what you have any idea what the salary cap will be?
See, so negotiations will start. They're working on a new CBA. The CBA negotiations will start in. I want to say it'll start in December. No, November after the season's over, which is a touchy subject because the person who was in charge for negotiating for the players was just got resigned because he was had hooking up with the assistant that was also his sister in law. So 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 he resigned. So now they got a new person representing the CBA who has no idea what he's doing. So there might be a lockout and a strike coming soon. So when November comes, we'll have a CBA discussion, and the first thing they're gonna bring up is salary cap. So in we see the salary cap in football and basketball go up every year. So how will baseball have a salary cap when you have teams with $800 million and $1 billion payrolls? So this is the biggest topic.
One heck of a luxury tax, I can tell you that.
So so you're going to see all these young guys get big contracts, and we'll keep y'all up to date with that.
Hey man, well that's all we got, man. Shout out again to the young man Konnor for signing the big contract. Love that for him. With that, yeah.